Hey, it's Cindy Wumpy, and I'm here with your Tuesday tip. And today I wanted to show you some really beautiful jadeite glassware from Anchor Hawking. And this particular pattern is called Leaf and Blossom. Some people call it the Lotus pattern. Isn't that lovely? But it's actually, this is a luncheon set, and it's called Leaf and Blossom. And this is original jadeite. Jadeite was started being produced by the Anchor Hawking Company under the FireKing brand in the early 1940s. And they came out with this color deliberately to provide something cheerful for post-World War II families. It had been a tough road to hoe for the American people, and they wanted something that they could produce that added some color and a little bit of vibrancy to the everyday person's life. And this was purchased primarily in 5 and dime stores. Sometimes you would get a piece of FireKing in a sack of flour or a sugar bag. And there's some interesting history, which I won't go into now, but you can Google some history behind the Jadeite Room, a very famous place in a hotel, and also bowling teams that were in place in that era that called the Jadeites and the Azurites, because FireKing also came out with a similar the same patterns, but they came out in a color called Azurite, which is a beautiful blue. I love it. And so these were produced under the FireKing brand. FireKing was produced by Anchor Hawking, which is an old glass company. It's actually a melding of two companies. And it was produced from 1942 into the early 1970s. I think maybe like 1972, 73. And then they stopped. And they reintroduced the jadeite color in, I think, the year 2000. And so you have your original FireKing, which generally is not marked, and then you have the reproduced FireKing jadeite, all legitimate FireKing, but anything that's post 2000 is going to have a specific FireKing brand on the back, and you'll be able to tell that. We're really lucky. This particular piece has one of the original FireKing labels on it. I just love this. And I love this pattern called Leaf and Blossom. Here's your leaf. Here's your blossom. It's a little luncheon set. Now, there were two other companies that produced jadeite that I'm aware of anyway, and one was Jadeite Glass, and the other was the McGee Glass Company. And the difference between those companies and FireKing is that FireKing never added any uranium to their glass. And remember, uranium is added to glass to make it luminesce, and particularly under a black light. You can hold that up to a piece of glassware that has uranium in it. It will have this really cool fluorescent type of look. And that's how you would test to see if you have any question at all of whether or not your jadeite is FireKing or if it's made by another company, like the McGee Glass Company or Jadeite Glass. If it doesn't luminesce, it is made by FireKing. And if it has no any type of emblem or marking on the bottom, it's probably your old school original production FireKing. If it's got a FireKing embossed with a 2000, or they had some other ones too, and I'm not sure what they are, but you'll have then the reproduction. It's all great. FireKing was designed to be oven proof, not microwave proof back in the day, but oven proof. And so all FireKing can be put in the oven. I don't recommend putting any of particularly your older FireKing jadeite or azurite into the dishwasher. I think it's best that you hand wash it, because you will lose this very nice kind of translucent luminescent look to it. It's just such a pretty thing. There's our abrasives in commercial dishwashing detergent, and unfortunately they take a toll on your old glass, and so hand wash it if you have it. Anyway, it's FireKing jadeite Leaf and Blossom. I have a whole bunch of it in the shop right now, thanks to Sally Rash. Come and get you some.